my thing. Look so good, make the whole world sing. I'm just doing my thing, doing my thing. Keep your eyes on this.
We're here in the early hours before the show has even opened, and behind me we've got Will Kosnar setting up his booth, and so we stopped by, there he is waving, we stopped by real quickly to do an interview with him to see some of the things he's brought to the 2025 Hard Rock Summit show. Let's go hang out with Will. Will, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right, thank you.
Great to see you, man.
Lovely seeing you too.
Well, you are set up here in the club show, and I love to see that you've got a mix, and so you're like the perfect amalgamation of your father and your uncle.
Yeah.
So you've got the mineral specimens, but you personally, you love cutting just like your uncle does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got some great stuff to share with us, so why don't I turn it over to you and you tell us what we're looking at here.
All right, well, as you had just pointed out, yes, we do have all these lovely specimens where we've got some wholesale, we've got some retail, but my pride and joy has recently been not only just gem cutting, because I've made some very unique designs.
And I love this. You designed this cut yourself, and then you cut it, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I cut this in Tucson this year, and I just absolutely love
it.
this.
The cut has a neat name, so I'm going to ask you to describe it and tell the story behind it to the viewers at home.
So, I call it the Hylian Shield because I had literally just my GemCAD program, GemCut Studio open, and the Hylian Shield from Zelda pulled up in my browser and just it actually took 20-ish minutes, 20, 30 minutes to put together, and it just all came together so nicely and lovely.
That is awesome.
If you notice, actually, give me one moment, right about up here at the top, and then in the bottom corners, you've got these little triangles here.
Yep.
In the top of the crown, which kind of form the Triforce a little bit. And then if you can kind of see in the pavilion as I rotate it, there are like these four faces that come together to create little fairy wings looking. So it's kind of like you have the fairy wings of Navi, you got the Triforce.
What is the Triforce? Explain to me what the Triforce is.
In The Legend of Zelda, the Triforce is essentially 3 tokens of, I guess, excellence, you would say.
Okay.
Where you have the Triforce of Courage, the Triforce of Power, and the Triforce of Wisdom. And if all 3 come together, it essentially signifies that you have not only the powers, but the grace of the gods of Hylia.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So they're represented here in the cut tourmaline from the Congo.
Yes.
I love it, man.
And I absolutely love that one. I also...
Now, how many different designs have you created?
Have I created?
Or I guess the proper term is, how many cuts have you designed?
I have designed at least... I've done this one. I've done one other, which I have yet to actually cut in memory of Don's Water, actually.
Okay.
Which, the moment that I heard the news, I actually heard his voice telling me to just follow the passion of it, just calm down and focus on it, and it'll come together, and it really did. It's an overly designed trillion, which I will have cut in the piece of rough he had given me soon.
Okay.
However, another one of the cuts that I have designed is this lovely kite, which you can see with the red garnet here.
Such a deep red. What do you call this cut?
It's just kind of, I don't think I have a specific name for it, but it's a kite design, I guess I would call it like a bloodied eye a bit more. Because
let's work on that name a little bit.
Yeah, something like that. But just because it creates this open eye, and just because of the red of the stone, it reminded me of Bloodborne. So, and it just happened to come out to 666 carats, or 6.66.
You know, interesting thing I learned.
Yeah.
And plug this into your head. 666 for us in the West is a sign of the devil, right?
Yeah.
And it's bad. 666 in China means joy and happiness, and it's a celebrated number.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
really funny.
So plug that into your head as you kind of start moving forward, because maybe that has some significance in here.
Like the eye of the demon or the angel, you decide.
Exactly, right. We all live with a demon and an angel on our shoulders.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
You've got that dichotomy that's now apparent in the stone.
Oh, yeah. That's lovely. But I am also in the process of designing... Have you heard of the spiral of Theodorus before? No. So essentially, you start off with a right triangle and connect the integers, but then when you take a circle of the radius here and do a perpendicular line and connect those, the
is this like the Fibonacci number kind of sequence?
Kind of like that, but it keeps on going up and up and up.
Right. So it's like kind of fractal extrapolation.
Yeah, and so it goes from one side and goes wider and wider out as you keep on going.
I get it, yeah.
And I want to try to make a pear shape out of that, essentially. So if anyone, gets inspired by that and happens to create it before I do, wonderful. I look forward to seeing all sorts of different designs. However, if I do it correctly, then that comes out to be a lovely pear. And then I'll have a partner piece to it where it's cut the same way. So then when they come together, they both flash, both identically but inverted to each other. So then when you can actually put them together and create one stone, you can have one piece that is the two pairs, and then one piece that is essentially an elongated, almost rounded emerald or a modified oval that all three just look so well together. Like the two look identical to the one.
Dude, I love watching the way that you think. And I mean, you and I, we've known each other for years now, and I've known you, ever since you've been a little tiny tot.
Oh, yeah.
And to have this interaction with you and watch the way that you think and that the way that your imagination works, it's like, talking with my own sons. And it's just, it's fabulous. Good job.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, keep going, man. Yeah. All right, what else do we have here?
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Let's go back to my previous question.
Yes.
How many cuts have you designed? We've just seen two. Yes. We've got a third that is conceptual. Well, actually, we have a third and a fourth that's
completed.
Okay.
A third that is completed that's just not been cut. Not by me, at least. Ron Snelling has actually cut a amethyst out of that design. Okay. And one other that is conceptual. I believe that maybe it...
That's enough. That's pretty cool.
Maybe one other. I don't quite know. One that I did modify the design of, so it's not my original one, but one that I cut out of a mimetite from the Congo here.
God, look at that.
Is kind of like a traditional sort of princess cut, but on the crown, I have actually modified it to where the table is much smaller so that you get much more of that dispersion throughout both the top and bottom of the stone, while having just the tiniest little bitty table so that it doesn't chip when you put pressure on it to put it in the box.
Great. I love that. And I can see the edges right there.
Yeah. It's so lovely.
Superb, man.
And these are
nice piece of... you've got... three...
I have 3 finished stones, this one being the largest, and just so bright and colorful.
I hope that's coming out in focus. It looks like it is.
Fairly close. But of course...
How long ago did you cut these?
These, a couple of months ago, like June, July-ish. This one, I think you can see it in the camera.
Yeah,
flash.
I love that one.
Really lovely.
I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, I think this is the cleanest one so far. And it's just gorgeous. And to have this gemmy color and that clarity out of mimetite is wild to me.
Yeah. Will, you're doing it, man. I love it. Keep up the hard work, and let me zoom back out there. And where's the next show? You're going to be at Tucson?
I'm definitely going to be at Tucson. I'm not sure if we're doing another show before then.
Okay.
However, there may be like a mini show in Tucson in like October that we may try to do. There may be another show here and there that we'll dip into. But until then, I've got big projects going on, especially with these Mimetites.
Yeah.
And
You have more material that you're going to cut.
Not just more material, but a more variety of the material. So hopefully,
Super.
if I'm thinking correctly, it's not going to be, you know, a massive amount, but for what these are, for how many there are, we may have a similar collection to our Mogok Ruby crystals.
Great.
But with these gem Mimetites.
Fantastic. So are we going to see it in your dad's booth at Mineral City?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. We will catch up to you in Tucson then.
All right. I
All right,
look
brother.
forward to showing them off.
Great seeing you, man. Take care.